So when you hold it, give it to her with this hand like this, because if you tend to hold it like that, it blocks that side.
Oh, okay.
And so I hold it, and then she can't also like scribble in the middle.
Yeah. Wait, let's not do two of these. Let's just do one thing at a time. Should we? Okay. Hey Juliet, today I'm going to tell you a story about the tortoise and the hare. A hare, H-A-R-E, is another name for rabbit, R-A-B-B-I-T. And it's different than the hair on your head. That's H-A-I-R. So what's another word for rabbit? Is it G-O-A-T, goat, or H-A-R-E, hare? You put that down. Good job, hare. So the hare was making fun of the tortoise for being so slow. S-L-O-W, slow. He says, "Do you ever get anywhere?" he asked with a mocking laugh. Now, Juliet, was the tortoise really, just do like this? Was it really S-L-O-W, slow, or was he S-H-O-R-T, short? Good job, slow. The tortoise replied, "Yes, I'm slow, but I get there sooner than you think. I'll run, R-U-N. You erase and prove it." Is the tortoise going to W-A-L-K, walk, or R-U-N, run the race? He is actually going to run it. But it seems like he'd walk it because he's so slow, huh? The hare was amused, A-M-U-S-E-D, at the idea of running a race with the tortoise. Was the hare... I'll fold these together.
That would be great.
So was the hare... A-M-U-S-E-D, amused, or was he eating at the idea of running the race with the tortoise? Amused, right? He thought it was funny because he's so slow and he's so fast. What's another word for amused? A-M-U-S-E-D. Would it be L-A-U-G-H, laugh, or C-R-Y, cry? Laugh, you're right. He laughed at the idea because the hare thought he was way faster than F-A-S-T-E-R, than the tortoise. Do you want to spell faster, Juliet? Got it. F, then A, then F-A, then up a little. F-A, up.
You can use your other hand as gesture too if you need to.
Like this?
Just to stay up to it like that.
Oh, yeah. Up to it, like push her?
You won't touch your hand.
Okay.
You can just tap down.
S.
You can just gesture to it.
Faster. T. Then, what's next? E. Then, One more over to the R. You got it. Faster. So he was, where am I now? Faster. Is the hare E-I-G-G-E-R, is he bigger than the tortoise, or is he F-A-S-T-E-R, faster than the tortoise? Good job, Juliet. Faster. Okay, so the hare and the tortoise started the race. R-A-C-E, race. A race is where you have a starting point and a finish line, and whoever gets to the finish line first wins. What are the hare and the tortoise doing together? Are they going to do a R-A-C-E race, or are they going to H-U-N-T hunt? Race, you're right. So when you hear the word race, what's another word you think of? Oh, there's not a big one. That might be kind of hard now.
You just do 2 choices at this level. So until she's moving well, pretty well, you want to do it open, and you can do choices though. So
Okay.
is it within the word you think of?
I don't even remember what my thought was. So
Okay.
So they started the race, and soon the hare, H-A-R-E, was out of sight. So who was out of sight? Was it the P-I-G, the pig, or the H-A-R-E, hare? Pig? The pig was out of sight? Or the hare was out of sight?
Checked out.
Okay.
Sorry.
To prove the point of how fast... Is that right? Yes. Okay, so to prove the point of how fast he was compared to the tortoise, the hare decided to take a N-A-P, a nap, next to a tree. The tortoise, meanwhile, kept going slowly, S-O-S-L-O-W-L-Y, but steadily, S-T-E-A-D-I-L-Y, steadily. And after time, he passed the place where the hare was sleeping. Now, what was the tortoise? Was the tortoise going slow and S-T-E-A-D-I-L-Y steadily, or was he going slow and wiggly? Which one was the tortoise doing? Steadily, you're right. Going slow and steadily. Now the hare was sleeping peacefully. P-E-A-C-E-F-U-L-L-Y. And when he woke up, the tortoise was near the finish line. So was the hare sleeping A-N-G-R-I-L-Y? Was he sleeping angrily, or was he sleeping P-E-A-C-E-F-U-L-L-Y peacefully? Which was the hare sleeping? Which one? Peacefully. Good job. The hare ran his swiftest, S-W-I-F-T-E-S-T, but couldn't catch up in time. So the tortoise, W-O-N, won the race. I'm gonna need one more. Oh, I got it. Sorry. Did the tortoise, P-U-S-H, push the race, or did he, W-I-N, win the race? What did the tortoise do? He won the race, huh? That's why sometimes you hear slow and steady wins the race. Have you ever heard that before, Juliet? Slow and steady wins the race? Yes, Y-E-S, or no? Yes. Awesome, good job.
Good. You did a nice job. How did you feel it went?
Pretty good.
Good. You did a good job. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't do the spelling in between. I guess I
Yeah, you want to do some more of those. You want to do that more of those later on.
Yeah.
But your choices look good. So the lesson was very well done. I didn't have any like
things
Yeah.
I'd say, like fix this
I
one.
need to write on there like have her spell this. I think that's what I.
Yeah, so you wanted to spell more. That's the trickier thing
Yeah.
with her because she does the choices pretty well. Watch out! Yeah, it was really good though. You did a very good job. So the lesson was nice. So if you go home and get that, you can get the choices really solid, and you'll be
Yes.
able to, because she's being good with the choices for the more part. There's a few times she kind of checked out and took the tape or whatever it was.
But is that good
then-
to like do that, like have her like
Reset it
or
to
do I
center. So if she missed names, you could say, you know, there really wasn't a pig because we was outside, but we also, this story specifically, it was the hair.
Okay.
So how you corrected her was correct because it wasn't like, you got it wrong. You know, that's the big thing. It's more like you can make the answer correct by what you say, or you can just be gentle like that and just say,
Yeah.
it's a big. So I'll go through and do the same thing.
Okay.
And because she's being well with the choices, you can do a lot more expansion.
Yeah.
You can choose to do the expansion within the lesson or at the very end go back to. Let's think about the word peacefully. It would be this or this.
Yeah.
So the thing to gauge when she can make her own word. She can make her own word when you can get her to be pretty accurate
With other letters.
of these letters. So it doesn't even have to be on the full board. It could just be that she's a 1, 2, 3 well. So for instance, let's just do a little bit of teaching and then I'll show you. So what I'm going to do, so you got the tortoise in here. That was a nice fable. And
Is that one in your book?
no, I took
Okay.
that out. I don't have it in there. So
I was like, I hope
gonna
it's
be
not because I'm gonna do this really bad after this.
No, it's not. No,
Compared to yours.
you did a very good job. Yeah, it was excellent. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about this thing called sulfur. S-U-L-F-U-R. It stinks. That's what it is. So we're talking about what? S-U-L-F-U-R, sulfur, or A-R-S-E-N-C-I, arsenic. Okay, what are we talking about? Sulfur or arsenic. Can you put this right here? Hold that. Show it. Sulfur. You might want to get the choices down lower sometimes. That may
Because she's
help.
laying back,
Because she's laying back.
so she have to reach out.
Yeah, and then when you come in here to have her go with it, pull her finger so she's pointing, and then start her right finger instead of the board. Sulfur. S. Go ahead and move your hand. Reach out. U, and that board positioning will be critical. Now, sometimes she's in a weird position, so then she's her knees are up, then it makes it so it's hard to get. Then you have to put it up here. Okay, so solve.
If she's in the
No.
fun one.
Yeah.
Positioning.
Yes. But she functions pretty well. She
Yeah.
accommodates better than lots of kids do when they do this kind of stuff too. Now fur. Ready? S. Good. Next letter. Reach out. So you're going to want to get used to this left hand being ready to point. Need you lift up higher? A little higher. Yep. U. And last letter will be. Sorry. Get that off me. Reach over to it. R. Good. So your hand will just gently kind of get her eyeballs to move where it needs to go. So you want to usually pair verbal directions with the spelling there. So this is what I'd say work on more. So what I'm going to have you do actually is come over here and have her spell some words, because that's where it's going to be hard since the choices are fairly easy with her. She's not needing the positioning too much.
So what am I having you spell?
Just have her spell anything for your lesson, like hair or.
Okay. I don't have to say it all. I can say spell.
Yeah, we'll just say, let's spell hair.
Okay, let's spell hair like that rabbit. Can you spell hair? Reach out. There you go. H. Then
All the way up.
all the way up to the top corner. A.
Good.
Then H-A. Down to the right. Down to the bottom corner.
So use your left hand to kind of gesture.
Go like this.
They just say, yeah, over there, yeah.
There you go.
It's not a problem. And not excessively, it's just there because it does help, or you can just have your hand sitting up there.
H-A-R. Hair. No, it's an E. Can you reach over to the E? One more over. There you go. Am I too far away?
It is high and up there, but you're in a lower position with her. So if you can get it lower so her hand's like this, that's ideal, but
Yeah.
she has her knee up now, so you're doing fine.
Okay, let's spell race. Race. Down over here. That's a P. There you go. R. Then ace. Juliet up to the top corner. Reach
Sort
out.
of reset her hand, though. That's what you want to do. Reset
Oh,
her
this?
hand. Just center. Yep.
Ready? Oh yeah, that's what I have on you. Ace. Can you spell? Up. There you go. Then C. And then what's next? And then it's a E.
See, all the way down to the corner.
All the way
yeah.
down to the corner.
Good.
Okay, let me do another one. I'm trying to think what another one was. How about let's spell win? See, did he win the race? Who won the race? The tortoise? Okay. down over to the corner, W, then so yes, in, over to the corner, I, and then what's next? Win, n, over to the corner. I pushed her down.
It's okay. Yeah, it's not a big deal. So that was good. So the verbal prompting is what I listen to a lot because in
Okay.
order to get her to actually generate her own
More
word,
verbal.
the verbal prompting, the reset right in the board positioning will be critical. Right
Okay.
now, because of her positioning, we're just really working on her spelling, so it looked good. But that's a habit to develop.
Yes.
So listen to the videos of the first day, and then you'll feel it come. But she already is generalizing to you better than many students do.
Okay.
What I mean, like she's actually performing like she's like the work I've done is actually transferring to you somewhat. Whereas some kids, it's like I didn't even do it with them.
Yeah.
Like they can do it for me, but they can't.
Try
So
to think of another
then
word I did.
it will help. Try the stencils though, just because
Okay.
putting the pencil in there will
Yes.
help you feel how that reset needs to be. It was good though. I don't.
No,
yeah,
I'm
so.
fine with it not being good because I'm not good.
Oh no, it is good. You're doing very well. For your first time, it's hard
let's
to.
spell rabbit. Can you put this down for a minute? Can you pause? Let's spell rabbit. Oh yeah, do I first go like this?
Center, and then the board normally is going to be much lower than that. So I'll come over here and kind of show you.
R.
That was good though.
And habit. Over to the corner, all the way over. All the way over. First the A, then B. B, two B's. Two B's. Then it. Oh, almost to the right. I. And the last one's T. Rabbit. Good job, the T. Rabbit.
Good. So for the teaching, it's looking great. So I'll take your spot
Okay.
for a second. You can stand here if you want to.
Yeah.
So you can see. So when you're doing, this is looking great for right now. When you want her to get to open-ended though,
Yeah.
you'll have to have it down lower most likely just because she has to fight
Okay,
gravity that's up
I
here. Does
see.
that make sense?
Yeah.
So if her knees are up, then that's fine and she'll be able to learn and do things that way. It's just getting her here. Let's spell carrot. Ready? Listen to her. C. Reach out all the way over. So I can pull it directly out and not into anything. A, you can do it too. And then grab carrot, rot. R to it. R, good. Pull it out and do it twice. Reach it twice. R. Then ought. Reach over to it. Oh, but she's doing a little transferring. That's the exciting thing. Okay, last letter will be up top. Lift your elbow. A little higher. T. Good. So when she gets spelling her own word, so if it's that clean where there's not too much directional, because you're doing letter by letter, like pick the section, then you don't have to gesture, then she's okay to do it. But if she's not moving very well, and you're having to like do a lot of prompts, or she's doing lots of walking, you know it's too soon to do it.
Too soon to do what?
To do open-ended, like
Oh,
having her
yeah,
do her own
yeah.
words, yeah. So for now, if she's on these stencils, then you'll do like A to I, J to R, S to Z there with her. But that's the position, so when I look at this, can you sit up straight for again? Okay. So when I'm doing it, I'm trying to get it so that if her hand were to fall, it go right into that U. And then it's easy to get all the other ones where she's just pivoting on her elbow, she's fine to move. Whereas here, it's like this,
Then it's like,
and she's doing fine. Like this right here, for her, she has pretty good motor. She's not struggling
Yeah.
as much, but she's stuck right here. So this just kind of helps.
Okay.
Now, but if her leg's right there, that's kind of a problematic spot, so you have to put it over here and center it right there.
okay.
Then if she has her iPad,
This will be
and it might even be out here that you're going to be doing it centered, where she can easily get out there. So it's down lower. So when you can get it lower, ideal. But if there's like so much going on here, you can try it up
Yeah.
like that, where I was doing
I
some
see.
slanting. Because she is able to get her hand up there, and she's not dropping it like some kids. So she's easier, because
Okay.
she's actually accommodating for her own positions. But you did really well. So for her first time, I was very impressed.
Okay.
I mean, even people who've done like mini lessons, that was
Yeah.
really good. So you should feel good about it. Do you have any questions on that?
Yeah, I know I just need to practice a lot.
Yeah, and you can always stop. So whenever you write keywords, when she writes them, you also write them. So like if say she's spelling rabbit, she's gonna be like R. She like writes R-A-B,
Okay.
and then she's like fiddling around. You can take the
so she can see
pencil.
where she's at.
Yeah, write R-A-B to also give her a visual break, and then put the board back up there.
Okay.
So that's possible too. And you do want her to get fluent, that she can go from S to Z without a gesture. That's also a key thing to look at. Or J to R, something like that.
So if you don't need to center her hand again if she's moving well. But if you see that she's starting to walk, that's a sign to say, you need to give her a gesture like over there to get her over that.
Mm-hmm.
Or take the pencil and write. So that's what you kind of do to correct that. So that it's.
So she seems like she's. When do you move to those sometimes just to get her? She
Yeah,
seems like
if she's moving pretty well, she was moving decently for you. So I was not way concerned. It's just I know if you push that right there, you're going to get more sloppiness. So I would say for now, get the habit of choose and spell with her till you see that she's spelling pretty well for you. Then I go to this, and you'll probably go faster that way.
Yeah.
If you want to come over and try this, though, you're welcome to. Because the positioning is even more critical because it's so small.
Do they have the 3 you can order like that? Or is
No,
it-
I'll email you this.
Oh,
Because that then you laminate them on your own. That's one we made. Want to do carrot? C. Reach over. A. And then come on down. And let her off. R. Reach over. O. So she's going really smooth right now, which is awesome.
Yeah.
T. So we'll work on this. So you probably can go to this soon because she transferred what I was doing.
So it's almost like you do those for a little bit, it gets her motion going.
Yes, because she's really, her motor skills are here. She's, I know when you first start, if you don't do those for most people, then this becomes too hard. So once you feel like you got the prompts down, she's moving pretty smoothly on that, I go to this.
So I feel like when you do the W, you still only have them do it once, but you say it.
Sometimes, yeah. Because for me, I know lots of kids go like CARTSR.
Sometimes wish there was a backspace
Yes.
thing that says, so if they want to, you know what I mean? If they're like, oh,
Yeah.
I did the wrong one.
Right. You can't, at this point, navigate into the backspace. You might have to put backspace for the backspace. So eventually it's something people do add. But
Only
I
because
wouldn't-
she does it on her tablet. When
Yes.
she's telling she does it wrong, she'll do
Yeah,
it.
she's like that, yeah. Some of the differences too is I haven't watched her spell the tablet yet,
Yeah.
but some kids it's like selectively what they're spelling, and so they use the backspace okay for that, but for open-ended when they're really thinking about these
it's
detailed thoughts, it's hard to go
and
over
then
there.
respell it.
Once they're clean though, this is not hard. They'll go up to
Yeah.
backspace and do that. So the double letters is just hard for them, so it's good to practice, but if I see that I don't want them to get, like they're
Yeah.
going really well, I want them to go with R, S, R, O, T, you know.
Yes.
So I just say RR for them.
Yes.
I know what it is sometimes. So just depends on what your preference is. Okay, your spelling was really good. So I'm going to do extension of your mom's lesson. Okay? We'll do sulfur. Yeah. You're going to laugh at it? Oh, wait.
That's kind of random.
Okay. So that was a good thing. Okay, so when we hear the word hare, H-A-R-E, that rabbit, what do you think of? Okay, so pause this for a second. Because your spelling was so good on this. I'm going to pause you for a second. G. Remind me to tell you one more thing I forgot to tell you before you go to this board at the end. I'll tell you
Okay.
more rules
And then
about
can you have
this.
Tori try it a little bit too before?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
G.
I'm not sure.
Okay, I back up here. G. Okay, next letter. Think of another word that goes with rabbit.
I don't know.
G and put with the finger. A. Let's go back down. G A D. Gad. Gad's the name of a person. Okay, here, let's go like this. You see it right there.
What was the question?
So give me a word that goes with hair. She got Gad. You're gonna name the rabbit Gad. Okay, now give me another one. We can do stories later on maybe. Okay, point. G, you're gonna change the word. A, so you messed up with the D, I can see. Okay. G A, what do you want now? M, oh I see. Go reach out to it. You can do a game. Yeah. He's playing a game. Okay, now we're gonna think of the word tortoise. Okay, tortoise. What do you think about it? Too much fun. Q and U, then reach out. Gotta get a vowel. I or E. I and, we just got quicks. Quick?
Oh, he's
Quick?
quick.
Okay.
He beat the rabbit, huh?
Quick. Yeah, CK. All right. He was quick eventually, huh? He was slow and steady wins the race. So then he was quick. Okay. Now let's do, how about, let's see, you learn win. What word goes with win? Win goes with, point, G. Oh, G F. Which one do you want first? G or F? K. You want K instead, okay? U. And reach out. H. H. Okay, now think, what goes with win? What are you going to do if you win? How do you win? What kind of things help? Okay, ready? Point. Point the hand. G. Now it's your G words. U. And G-U. R. And
L. If you're a girl, you're gonna win.
Yeah.
G-I-R. Okay.
Girls win.
Girls win. Girls rule. Okay. Now I'm gonna say the word rabbit. Tell me something about rabbits. Okay. B. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. First letter. B. That B. Like that. Nice to explain. B. Then reach out. U. B. U. Then what? Point. N. Bun.
Sorry.
What are you gonna do? Bunny.
Yay.
All right. So we're gonna end. It's okay. You're fine. It's exciting. Let's hear the word race. What does race go with? You already getting sleepy with this? Race goes well with what? G. Oh, G won't make sense. L and A and U. Then G. H. Laugh. You might laugh at a race. Okay. How about if I say, we're going to do a story now. One day, give me a character. Do the character when you're writing a story with me. One day, who's our character? Oh, we gotta do a real word. L, U. L, U. G, lug. Is that the end of the word? Y for yes, N for no. Yes. One day, lug, the bug. I'm changing that in. Now what does lug the bug do? One day, lug the bug. L, A, U, got it. U, and G. I'll put that's G. It's okay. H. One day, lug the bug laughed at. What's he laughing at? You see? Right here. Okay, I want to know about lug the bug.
You can turn on your garage.
See right here? Yeah. One day, lug the bug laughed at G, A, U, and is that K, Gaff, or Gaff? One day, lug the bug laughed at Gaff, the giraffe. Oops, I spelled giraffe wrong. See if I can spell. Okay. One day, lug the bug laughed at Gaff, the giraffe, for what? What did Gaff the giraffe do that made him laugh? For, reach out, A, U, reach out, M, Q. Hey, it has to be a real word for this one, sorry. You can make up lug and gaff, but this doesn't have to be real. Okay, lug the bug laughed at Gaff the giraffe for G and I, R and, was that L? Is that girl or girl? For girl, all right, girl what? Girl, F, oh, I see it. Is that Q or R? R, F, R, then you get a vowel. I, N, and look at the board. I do the D. Girlfriend, it has an E there.
You got a girlfriend.
For girlfriend, all right. Hey, here. Wait, 1 second before you do a dive. Look at the Rand's work sentence. It's very good. Okay, for girlfriend.
Funny story.
She was what? What about her? She was G, L, is L or something else? L and U. Oh, this is interesting. G-L-U. Reach out. A little bit of the E probably. She was glue. Ha ha. Wait. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, careful. Aha, said Lug. I'll rub your head too. The bug. She is glue. Gaff said, what's Gaff saying? You good? Gaff said, oh, try that way. G, all right? Oh, none of that. He. Spell a word. G, oh, fix that. L, U, reach out, go to E. Glue, I, careful, R. Oops, don't go traveling. I, and then what's next? R. Glue is, I'll put a little R there. Glue is G. Keep your head up here. 'Cause hey, you're writing a story. If you go underneath there, the story will be written. There. Okay. Blue is G. Now I tempted you some more. Oh, do you want energy? Energy. H, we're going to change it. Blue is, I'm going to erase the G. What's he going to say about it? Blue is nice, blue is the best, blue is cool, blue is sticky, blue is hot, blue is G. Reach out. It's going to be O, E, or I. O. Look at the board. G-O. Hey, right here. G-O, you're on O, what do you do next? The board. G-O and Z. G-O and hold it nice and clean. O and I think D for good, unless we Google. Or gooey. Glue is good. So, said, lug. Why is glue your girlfriend? Gauf said, what do you want to say? Let's be short. What's he going to say to him? A, U, reach out. Oh, O makes sense. T, okay. A-U-T could make sense. I, and X, let's see. A-U-T-I, is it? Oh, there's X. Out, I'm doing that, okay. S, and M.
Autism.
You got autism, but you got an X and an O in there. Is that the word you wanted? Autism? Yes or no? Oops. T? Yes. Okay. Gauf said autism. Wait. Point nice and clean. I, and then S is. Oh. Autism is. Reach out. G, and then gotta get a vowel. O, E, or I, or an R, or an L after G. Unless you're changing it to an N. Autism is M, and then reach out. Vowel. O, and R. M-O-R. Watch your head. M-O-R. Reach out for what you want. Go like this. More, you want more, morning. Okay, more. Autism is more, more what? Find your letter, use your eyes. You're getting deep. I was kind of sorry to be like one word answers. Autism is more what? Help! Help! Find a letter that you want. What's it going to say about autism? S, and then reach out. T, reach out. Do what makes sense. You can do R or U. R, stir, need a vowel now. A, E, I, O, U. I'm going to take the pencil so you can reset yourself. S, A, S, T, R, A, S, T, R, E, S, T, R, A, E, I, O, U. A. Okay. Close. Tori has to teach you though. Okay.
Almost.
Ready? S-T-R-A. This is a good thought.
Oh,
You gotta finish your thought.
done.
Okay, wait a second.
Oh,
You think you know how to get out?
You can turn on your garage, did you?
Watch your video? Why don't you watch your video? Watch your video for a second. This right here is going to be your timer. I'll tell you when. You got stra. You got words like strange or straight or strength. If you want to do A with an A for strength. We'll give you a choice. Okay, I'll switch it out since if you're in this mood, it'll be hard to get your word. Strange. Straight. Strength, that's what the E. Strengthening, do that. Strange, straight, strengthening. Which word do you want? Strange. Autism is more strange, so deal with it. Does that work? For me to end your sentence that way? Yes? Or no? Seriously, that's an interesting position. Are you going to be able to balance
That's her normal. That's normal Juliet position.
Okay, and then you're safe, you're pro.
Yeah, she is.
Yes, okay. Okay, yes, all right, so deal with it. All right, so that's what it is. So you have an autistic giraffe fighting with a bug. Is that true? Yes, it's true, or
There's a
no?
storybook about an autistic girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Yes, okay, I've got autistic giraffe fighting with a bug. He has Blue as a friend. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to, before Tori jumps in, I'm going to explain this one thing. You can have a little break
Is
right
that,
now.
do you think it's like too much for them?
Yeah,
to
because
have,
you can keep going if you
you
can.
can just keep.
I can if you want. It's up to you guys. I think that she's doing well because, like I said, it's very rare to have a student do
Yeah,
as
just
well
keep
for you as you did. So I can keep going.
She's
I do
keep
want to
going.
say this though, while you stand there and think about how you're going to plot the world's escape. When you're doing these, so the way before you go to the full board, make sure after she chooses and spells, so when she's choosing and spelling, can she go to that first letter which she's already doing for you well without having to have a prompt directly to it? So if she's not doing that very often, you know you have to keep choosing and spell there. Otherwise, you choose and spell on the board. So then the next step is basically if you said, we talked about an autistic giraffe. So what kind of giraffe did we talk about? Autistic or central? So she should be able to go right to the first letter you're right. Point with your finger. Ah, Mike. Okay, point with your finger. Autistic or central? Use your finger. She should be able to go to that A without you having to gesture to it. So if she can tell you about the autistic giraffe, go ahead and finish it. A, then point one letter off. U, then reach out. Tistic. T, good. Now istic. Reach out. Istic. Reach over. All the way there. I, now stick. S and tick. T, and then ick. I, and then top row, C, yeah, autistic giraffe. So there was not very many like direct prompts, there were a little bit there, but her first letter was solid. So because she can easily do choices here, now I can say, see, lug was a what though? So you normally teach ask, so she should be able to go with that answer because we know it is the first letter without a gesture.
Yes.
So now, okay, lug was a what? Reach out. Get your board. Yeah, B. So because she can go right to it without a gesture, then I know that she's fine to do her own words at this point on this with A to I because she can go. So consistently she's hitting that first letter without much of a prompt.
Okay. That's when you
Then
know
you
you
know.
open-ended, you're saying?
Yes, because it's teach ask, then you know with teach ask she can go there. If she can't do that for teach ask, then open-ended can't happen. So then the open-ended should be a pre-communication.
Picture that.
Yeah. So that's your progression. So choose and spell, then choose and spell on the board first letter, then no choices for teach ask. And if she can't do that well, then you stick on these boards until you go to the full board. Then eventually there might come a stage where she's doing decently on this, but not well enough to do open-ended. So you could do teach ask here, open-ended here with A to I, J to R, S to Z. Does that make sense? You can have different levels. In part, because you notice like with autistic, I was pulling her hand straight out of the stencil and I had to let go. Because I can't gesture for open-ended. She has to go there herself. The word more was kind of had to be the word more. So I said it's probably E or an N, or I gave her some ideas and she knew I wasn't pushing her. But that way I could get her being accurate there. So after stories, she still needs a little bit more accuracy to do a lot. That's why I'm doing a lot of the story. But you kind of keep with associated words and stuff like that, you know, first. Okay, you did a nice job though. I liked it. Blue. Haha. That's very creative. Okay. So now, wait, we going to go to this the rest of the session? All right. Probably.
Have you ever had a kid do that?
No, I mean, yeah, things like this, yeah.
Sure, you've seen everything.
Yes, no, she's not, she's uniquely Juliet, but she's not doing anything I haven't seen. I just have to ask. See if I can get you to do what I want you to do. Okay, so let's do some other words. Let's see how you're doing. We're going to do some dictation to work up your skill. Okay, so let's spell the word race on this thing. Whoa! Okay, race. Okay, you're gonna balance there. You're gonna spell race. That's gonna be intense. Okay, race. And watch your video. Rest down. R, then ace. Up to the top. Ah! Got it up there. Intense.
Oh my gosh.
Here. Use your finger up on this one. A, R, A. Now keep going. Point. And here in the center. C. Now the edge. Very edge. Point. E. Yeah. Oh, race. Okay. Now if you were doing a race, would you want to go fast or would you want to do slow? So spell one of those words. after you find your nice perch. Okay, I'm gonna have to change it up because this is taking your time to spell this. So let's have you come on down. Let's say Julia annex her over for a second. Ish.
There you go.
Sure, it's an ish, but you're not really gonna be controlled by me, but okay.
And it seems like she needs that all the time too, right? Like,
Yeah, it's kind of
Not
balancing
doing
things.
that,
So
I'm just saying.
yes, OTs tell me that if they're doing it, either they need it or it's too much. They need other systems balanced. So, yeah, I'm not bothered by her doing it. Okay, ready? Fast or slow? What are you gonna say? How do you want to do things? How do you want to do races? Fast or slow? Kind of all F. Okay, reach up high. F, and then reach out. Like that. F. I got the F. I'm sure you want to go fast. Let's get that next letter. A, and then reach way over to it. Reach fast. S, and then reach over. T, good. So fast. Okay, then we're going to do the word. Okay, let's see. Let's look for the first letter again. If you can't get the first letter, then we won't do an open word. But let's see. People who go fast, they usually will walk or they usually run. What will you do to go fast? R. Okay, reach out, reach over. Oops, coming down. Oh, come down. Right? U, and reach out. R, U, point to it all the way in. Oops, that's Russ. N, okay? And you run using your what? What do you have to use to go running? You're about there. You gotta go into it though. You got a K. Let's fix that. Did I fix that? You're stuck on that K. I must touch the K. Point. Oh, okay, what do you use? So I know what you use to run. And you might have a different idea since you have glue as girlfriends, but you know. Okay, ready? You run with your what? You got J to R in front of you. Pause that. It's too much fun. Okay, ready? Look at the board. L. Okay, reach out. Look up to it. E, and then reach out. G. And then more than one, because you don't want to have one leg running, otherwise it's called hopping. Reach out. S, legs. So, she should be able to play a game like this on these boards, where it's like there's like one or two responses. That's like a pre-open-ended, where it's like you didn't give her the word, but she knows what it is. So do a lot of those, and you're getting stuck. Because that will also
you
be
can
kind of
help
a
her
jump.
prompt.
Because it's in her head, but she never said it out loud.
Yeah.
So it's like a pre-step to it, or you can prompt there. So this is the game I was going to play with you. Game. Okay. So what's the score? Juliet versus Lenae. Okay, I get points if you can't get the first letter right, and I have to give you choices. So you have to be very accurate. So the garage door probably shouldn't take precedence if you want to win this. I'm pretty good. All right. So I'm thinking of something that rabbits do as an action. We do it on one leg, they do it as an action. Sometimes we do it with two legs at the same time. Okay, ready? What's the word? Find the first letter and then touch. Can I get a point? I'll give you one more chance. H. Okay? Then what's next? What's next? O, and then P. Phew. Okay, I'll give it to you this time. A hop. You could be thinking, hop. Hop. 1 point for you. Okay. Now, I'm thinking of something that a turtle lives in. On his back, or a tortoise, even. He lives on his, reach out, find the first letter. I'm gonna get it. 1 second. I'm gonna get it if you don't get it right. Oh, phew. Yes. Okay, wait. The next H, and then reach way over to it. Almost. E, and, okay, point. All the way to it. That's shell. Oh, shell. Yeah, hit twice to practice. This is the easier one. Hit twice. L. Shell. Okay, I'll give it to you. I won't be nice to you anymore, though. I'm gonna get points. Okay. Now I'm thinking of the number of legs that a tortoise has, as well as a hare has. They have how many? F. Whew, phew. Lucky you. Lucky you. O. And then I have to spell this one. Let's see. What are you gonna put next? U, oh, you know. F-O-U, and then reach out. Last letter. R, good. So you can see she didn't need any gesture for any of those letters, so then you know she's ready for open end on these three boards and to move to the next board. So it's like that. Okay, hop, shell, 4. You're getting on the point. This shouldn't have been nice to you first. Let's see. Now I'm thinking of the amount of legs that a tortoise has plus the hare's legs. So the hare's legs plus the tortoise's legs will equal how many legs? Can I spell this word? A. Okay, fine. How are you going to spell it? I don't know how you're going to spell it. Let's see how you spell it. New homonym. Okay. A T and what? Reach out. 8. Yeah. He has 8 legs. So 8 is spelled E-I-G-H-T. It's a weird word. E-I-G-H-T. Okay. So then he has 8 legs. That'll be 8 altogether. There's 2 of them. Now, if you are the person who goes the fastest in the race, then you are the one who, what do? You're the one who, W, you're getting too good at this. Reach out. H, I, okay, reach out, move your hand, N, and you're the person who win, is W-I-N, and then over to S, wins. Yeah, the one who wins. I'm kind of depressed. I should have gotten those first 2 points. Let's see. Something else. So a tortoise usually moves very what? Reach out. S. And then keep going. L. Be careful. O. S O O and W. Usually when it goes very slow. Okay. I'm looking at these 3 boards. Why change helps her. I think that if she's doing well with these, you'll need to get the 3 stencils of those. But I would get the big stencil, 26 stencil for her.
So all of them probably, right?
Probably all of them, but I think she might be okay without you buying these ones.
So I could do these instead.
Do these instead.
And the 1 stencil.
Then the 1 stencil and then this. Yeah, and then the full number stencil because she might want to switch up here, but she seems to be okay with the tape with you too. Like the first day she wasn't doing well, but she transferred that, so you don't have to go through some of the stuff, which is exciting. She transfers better to people. Okay, so you won. It's depressing. I didn't get any points because that was nice. All right. Well, I'll let you have. What do you say to yourself for that? That win. You're gonna say 1 word. I'm gonna have you do it with a 3. A to I, J to R, S to Z. I'm going to do it on the paper. A to I, J to R, S to Z. Okay? So what's your comment on your win? Because you won me. Okay. A to I. You're going to say what? That's it straight. I want to know what you're going to say here. I want the accurate Juliet. I don't want the garage door Juliet. 1 second. You can like garage doors, I just don't want the thought. Yours is thought. E. Okay. Next. Okay, I use that. E. Okay. Reach out. E, J. Okay. E, J. E. E, J, E, C, and what? S to Z, eject. Let's see, your eject, or is that reject? Rejecting me? I ejected you, like that? I ejected you from that game, like that? Thinking that way, yes or no? Yeah, you ejected me out of that game. Yeah, nice. Okay, that was nice and clean. So, very cool. Here you are back to your garage door. See? You see, if I would have had to do the garage door, I might have gotten a different word, or not the word at all. That's why I said I don't want the garage door Juliet.
Oh, is she using excellent maybe? Probably not. No, because it was a G, a J.
J, yeah. She did E-G.
Gosh, Juliet, you said it's
Yeah.
a big word.
Yeah, I mean, I would basically take whatever she spells, what she meant.
Do you ever try back to the big full board just to see if that...
Yes.
But you said yes.
Yeah.
Today.
I do sometimes, but I pretty much take it. The reason why is if some students start, if you question it too much,
Yeah,
then
and they're scared to do
it's
it.
like a balancing. Because on the one hand, if you can see what they meant, take it. Like church, she went C-H-V next to the U, R-C-H.
But eject makes sense.
Yes, eject makes sense though. So because it was a real word, like even the M-I-R or the K-I-R, care, you know, then I was like, oh, that's a real word. I didn't catch it at first. So if the phonics are making sense, then allow it. Because they might be standing up. Yes. So yeah, all the words, and the T's on the other end. So that she was going there. So I would take it as what she says. Otherwise, they start getting nervous and they'll let you influence them. This is not a critical thing, but it's more later on. You don't want them to feel like you want a certain answer. And I talk to your mom for the last little bit.
So a few things before you go home, you can take with your grand story. So I'll write it down. So basically your progression is paper choices. What was that? And spell, because she can already do her choices well for you. So choose and spell basically. Then you're going to, if that's looking good, then do 2 choices on boards and spell. Then teach, ask will be no choice and first letter indicates. Then, I always say talking time. So then the next would be, let's see, with expand, 2 choices. 2 choices. So if this is looking good, then next step would be full board.
Cover today.
2 choices. Teach, ask. Okay, that's kind of the progression there. So you're looking at these things. Also, when this is solid, really good, then you can do 1 word, A to I, J to R, S to Z. S to Z for the 3 boards. Okay, so I basically told you that, but I wanted to write it down.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's easy too. There's lots of information. So you're getting the reset. Big things to look at are your reset, board position, and your prompts. Both your air prompts, gesture prompts. So when she goes towards her own thoughts, all your verbal prompts are like, and keep going, find it, hit it right on. So it's very indirect. It won't tell her what to do. Before though, you can say all the way up to the corner, you kind of need a teacher like she's blind almost sometimes. She was doing pretty well, like I said, that was awesome. Then think of your 4 goals for RPM for any session. You have your education. She's probably fine. Like I wouldn't worry so much about grade level right now. I'd worry about teaching her content. So that's your first thing is just getting RPM so you can comfortably teach it. But teach her, fill in the gaps though. So we teach age appropriately, but not assuming they know everything from the past if they don't. So I would probably start with content because she's got.
Would you get we have like a 1st grade book.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be 3rd, but you know what I mean? Do you kind of pull stuff from that?
You can pull stuff from that. You can probably spit off what I saw with her. Because like I have 1st grade math and kindergarten math. They're really similar. 1st grade adds a little bit more concepts there that she might need to know. But you probably can start with 1st grade math and then the other things, I would not do kindergarten. I would do 1st and 2nd grade stuff first off. So 1st or 2nd. You might even be able to look at some 3rd grade and pull the gaps like with history, pull some stuff. Then so that's a cognitive goal. So tolerance, she's trying to build, I can see time tolerance, and then visual tolerance for her boards. Those are what she's kind of working on. There's more than that, but these are the big things I saw. Visually attending there. Then skill, she's working with you right now on choose and spell, but she's also looking at like a number of skills are being developed. Can she move from this letter to this letter without a reset? So with accuracy. So you're trying to, so at first she can touch a letter, you take the pencil and write it. Next letter touches a letter. But if she's spelling like really well, then you want to decrease the amount of times you reset. So she's basically trying to get fluid with the spelling. So open-ended is like letter to letter almost. Whereas the other stuff is going to be, trying to gesture to get her to move without messing up. So if you're getting a lot of the extra letters, then you need to kind of give more a little flex. Over there, just kind of a little look, that way. That's kind of her skill goal, choosing and spelling. And that will expand to her not having a choice, just going from all the letters and picking and stuff. And then her communication. So right now, because her choices are accurate, with choices you can ask all kind of questions, opinions, because she's being accurate, facts, and reasoning. So on that, she's really got all options there, and she can even tell a story. You can make a story with her with choices. One day, tell me what the character's name was. What kind of animal was it? So I could even done more choices had I been doing the paper choices there. And she can choose and spell. But you're working on, here in the near future, we'll be generating, kind of the scale, generating a factual answer with no choices would be like a communication goal. And then until she can make her own words. So with me, her communication has been basically word association or pre-communication. thought process, can man it, or a little bit more expansive, but mostly it's been like pre-communication. So I hope that helps. There's a lot of little
Is this
nuances.
pretty
and-
average, like from 1st to 6th?
It's very good progression.
Yeah.
She's done. Some go faster, some go slower than this. But yeah, she moved forward steadily, which is really good. So she did very well. It is the thing with RPM is because it is so individualized, it's very nuanced, and so that's what you're going to catch, because making the break from no-win responses to open-ended, where it's reliable, where the board's not being moved, so it's reliable in her thought. That is where it's harder, and so that's why watching the videos, really kind of thoroughly will help you do it. But she'll react differently to you because she has you in a different mold. You're her mom, you have different reflexes than me.
Yeah.
So she might have different habits and stuff. So there are things though to break habits that you can do. She didn't stay on the A forever because I did different things to get her off the A, where I just for her just make it a rule, you can't touch A. Okay, fine, I'll touch M then, M words. So as long as it made a word though, I was okay, and then it became jumbled, but she just went there and then she's jumbled. So the scale became too difficult, to make all A answers. So that's what you're gonna kind of look at is the nuances, and so a lot of times it's just you didn't say and between the letters, and so then she got stuck, so she touched an extra letter, or she needed more gestures for teach outs, and she would do the open-ended more fluidly with her eyes. Those kind of things are sometimes what's happening. So, anyways,
And will you write down again which ones I should get?
yes.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. Yep. So I will email you if you don't see it tonight.
And I would be willing to go, do you think it's worth it to do that training in Texas?
Okay. Yeah, I do. It's very important. It's really helpful.
What are the
Because you-
different types?
yeah.
They have, this one's full, it says it,
Yeah.
they wait till spring now?
I think so. Just email them and then apply for it. It will help. Just remind me. I'll email you the 3 boards. If I don't see them, then tell me to. Yeah. So they will. That's a very important thing, because in RPM it actually does matter about the neuroscience. Like it does matter why you're doing it. Where some is just like just do this. Or RPM is not so much like that. So it will help you understand her in everyday life. Like, oh, this is what I should do as a mom. So it will be very good. So you want the 3 boards. So you're going to get stencils. Will be. You're going to get the 26
Cover today.
letters, and then you're going to get the numbers. And then you're going to get Claire letterboard. I found you can try the color letterboards with her. I do Claire because people can see it, and most students like to see through it.
Yeah.
So Claire letterboard, I'm going to put there for numbers and for letters. But it's not wrong to try it with colors as well, because maybe the color will change and give her that reset as well. Those are the 3 things I'd get for her. If these start getting very sloppy, then get the 3 stencils. But I don't think you need to do that.
But if they do, I can still go to the full stencil and have her
Yes.
start. Okay.
You can have her try that. It's just that if those are sloppy and then the full stencil sloppy, then you need the 3 stencils.
Okay.
But I think she'll be fine. You might just
Yeah.
tape off or color these, print these out on pink paper, print them out on
Something different between.
something different, because she was fine with the color, so she'll be fine with the color.
Cover
letterboard as well.
today.
Yeah. So that's what I do for her. And then what's your email that I send the